Okay, good morning. My name is Ashley Evans, and I'm the Satellite Office Director for Center for Accessible Living here in Bowling Green. Before we get started, if you need any closed captioning, if you go down to the bottom of your screen, you'll have the option for closed captions. Just press the little arrow up next to where it says closed captions, and you'll have the option to select transcripts. Okay, so today we're going to talk about healthy relationships. The objectives for the session are: 1, participants will build self-esteem and a relationship with themselves; 2, different types of relationships; and 3, strategies for building and maintaining relationships. So what is a relationship? Relationships are connections between people. They may be close connections, such as between a parent and a child, less close, such as between neighbors or community members. They may also be simple, challenging, short-term, or long-term. Relationships are unique. You may have many relationships in your life. They may not all look the same, and many will have a number of different parts. It may be helpful to learn the parts of a healthy relationship to help you identify the positive aspects of your relationship. Remember, not all relationships are perfect, but they should include healthy features. Relationship differences. Relationships with different types of people look different. For example, your relationship with a trusted family member may be very different from your relationship with a neighbor you just met last week. Relationships have varied levels of closeness, trust, and intimacy, but should have some similar features. Relationship types. What are some types of relationships you have in your life? Some of these types of relationships may be family, friends, peers, animals, service providers, and guardians. How do you feel? How do these relationships make you feel? Relationship feelings. Different relationships may make you feel differently and may change over time. Your feeling about relationships may also change depending on your mood or how you're feeling in the moment. Examples of feelings can be casual, romantic, challenging, complex, safe, tense, and caring. Some features of a relationship may be self-esteem, which is how you feel about yourself; communication, which is how you express yourself to others; agreements, which are arrangements that you make with other people that build trust and respect; connections, associations you make with others, such as friends, family, school, work, and your larger community; and balance. Both people in the relationship are contributing to it in a positive way. Healthy relationships include individuality, which is knowing it's okay to have different personality, appearance, and other personal qualities than others. Respect, having your abilities, feelings, and values accepted. And support, the person in the relationship cares for you and helps you to reach your goals. Sorry guys, I don't think that video is working the way that it should. We'll just keep on going here. Healthy relationship qualities: fairness and equality, having an equal say in the topics made in your relationships; acceptance, You should not have to change who you are to make someone like you. Honesty and trust. Honesty builds trust, which means people can be confident in each other. More healthy relationship qualities: communication, sharing and listening to another's thoughts and needs, laughter and enjoyment. You should enjoy your relationships. We're going to try this video. I'm not sure if it'll work either, but we'll see. Healthy communication in relationships is important for healthy relationships. Communication is how we get across our thoughts, feelings, and values to others. Communication is the words we choose, and the way we use them, which can include body language, tone of voice, facial expression, emojis, and more. Communication is healthy when it gets across your thoughts or feelings without putting down or taking away someone else's right to be respected. Get to know yourself. Getting to know yourself is an ongoing process, and there is no right answer. It is about understanding yourself better. It may be challenging or difficult at times, and it may be easier if you understand your personal likes and dislikes. Here's an activity you can try on your own. Write down for yourself or share 3 things you like about yourself. Write down for yourself or share 3 things you are good at or other people have said you do well. Write down for yourself or share 3 things you struggle with or do not do well. Building self-esteem. What is self-esteem? Your self-esteem or self-image is your impression or feelings about yourself. Just as you might form positive or negative opinions of other people, you do the same about yourself. If your focus is primarily on your strengths, you may form a good opinion about yourself. If your focus is on your weaknesses or challenges, you may feel badly about yourself. Having a negative self-image or low self-esteem may cause you to be more stressed and more unhappy. It may also have an effect on your relationships. For example, if you see yourself in a negative light or think of yourself as a failure, then it may be easy to see the negative in many things. Thinking positively. Reflecting on how you think about yourself may be helpful. Focusing on your strengths instead of your challenges may help you define yourself in a new way. We can overcome some of our challenges by building on our strengths. Improving your self-esteem is an ongoing process and not something that changes overnight. Positive self-esteem or self-image may help you move forward with your goals and relationships. Here are some self-esteem tips. Improving or building your self-esteem is a process, and some strategies might work better for you than others. You might try a few of these self-esteem improvement strategies and see if they help fit for you. If you try one and it does not fit, do not be afraid to try another strategy. Attitude adjustment. Give yourself an attitude adjustment. If you try choosing to be cheerful and grateful, you can be cheerful and grateful. For example, each time you find yourself mentally telling yourself you did something poorly, stop and consider what you did well. Nurture yourself. Do something each day for yourself. Plan a special event or take time out each day to do something you enjoy. Practice positive self-talk. Find a positive phrase that fits for you and say it to yourself throughout the day. For example, instead of thinking, "I cannot do it," say, "I can try that" out loud. Keep a journal. Journaling may help you explore how events and situations make you feel and help you get to know yourself better. Manage your time wisely. Breaking tasks down into smaller chunks may make them more manageable and may leave you feeling less overwhelmed. Reward yourself. Celebrate small successes by rewarding yourself when you reach a goal, complete a task, or finish a chore. Reach out. Other people can help too. Consider meeting someone new, volunteering, or reaching out to your community in some way. Stop comparisons. Stop comparing yourself to others and focus on your own strengths. Accept compliments. Compliments are usually heartfelt. Accepting and appreciating them will help you have a higher self-esteem. Conduct a nightly evaluation. Before you go to sleep, think of everything you did well that day and consider setting a small goal for tomorrow. Introduction to likes and dislikes. To understand more about yourself, it might be helpful to consider what you like and dislike about relationships. This may help you gain a better understanding of your relationships you have or want to have. This is another activity you can do on your own. The following questions could be about any relationship, your family, parents, siblings, romantic relationship, friends, and more. Write down for yourself or share 3 things that you like about relationships. Then write down for yourself or share 3 things you find hard to do or do not like about relationships. Establishing boundaries. When someone crosses one of your boundaries, you may have a physical or emotional response. If someone's comments or actions make you uncomfortable, notice how you react both physically and emotionally. Pay attention to how you feel and what is happening inside your body. You can decide if you want to take action or not, but your reaction may be as simple as recognizing that you do not like how certain actions or reactions make you feel. Deciding what is important to you may help you understand your personal boundaries and help you set them with people in your life. This is like making your own rules for your life, your code of conduct. Consider things you expect from other people and how that fits with your code. You might consider writing these down in your journal or other personal place to remind yourself of the boundaries you set and how you want to be treated by others. Here are some examples of boundaries. I do not want people to swear around me. I do not want others to look through my phone without asking. I do not want people to touch me without my permission. I will not let people make fun of me. I am not comfortable with people interrupting me. Inform others. To establish boundaries, it is important to inform or share with others the behaviors or expressions you find unacceptable. People around you should be aware of your code of conduct and know what it includes. Help others understand. Help people around you understand how they can be respectful of your boundaries. Define your boundaries by calmly telling others specifically what you want them to stop doing or saying. Try to get other people's commitment to respecting boundaries you establish. Decide on consequences. Decide on consequences for individuals who disrespect your boundaries ahead of time. You may even choose to write them down. This will help you stay true to your boundaries. Choose a consequence that will affect you more than the other person. For example, if a boundary you set is that you do not like sharing your lunch, the consequence might be choosing not to sit by someone who always asks you to share. You cannot make another person change how they talk, act, or feel. You can change how you deal with people and how you react to people. Sometimes this might require trying a different approach, responding differently when someone pushes your boundary, or clearly communicating your boundaries to them. Learn to say no. Many of us are people pleasers, or we try to make others like us, even when it hurts us in some way. We may put our personal needs on hold and may agree to things that are not in our own best interest. A certain amount of selfishness is necessary to be safe and meet our own needs. Setting good boundaries means not working to please others at your own expense. Respect boundaries of others. One of the best ways to have others respect your personal boundaries is to also accept their personal boundaries. Treating others as you would like to be treated builds respect between people and will help build strong, healthy relationships. Close relationships may be with people who you see on a daily or weekly basis, share limited financial information with, share gifts with, invite to life events, invite or let into your home, do chores or have meals with, talk to you about big life choices, talk to you about personal details, including health information, can talk to you if you're not feeling well, can call in an emergency or for other support. Friendships. What is a friend? A friend is someone who likes you and you like them. You can trust. They listen to you and understand how you feel. They stick up for you and care about you. They respect you, and they do not lie to you. What is a good friend? Good friends are trustworthy, honest, easy to talk to and be with in person, easygoing and relaxed, considerate, thoughtful, kind, generous, and make you feel good about yourself. What is a bad friend? Bad friends put you down to build themselves up, tell you who you can be friends with, will not let you join their group or activity, gossip, spread rumors, or send hurtful email or text messages about you, make you feel unaccepted and unsafe, and refuse to admit when they have done something wrong and keep doing it. Family members. Usually, family members are people who you are related to and have a close bond with. You may have people who have been in your life for a long time that you consider family, even though they are not related to you. You may also have people who you are related to that you are not close to. Every person's family is unique. Family can be complicated. Family members may be some of the more complicated relationships in your life. Your goals, disability, and situation changes over time, and people in your life may need to adjust to the changes. Clearly communicating with people and letting them know what you need and listening to what they need from you may help. For example, a parent of a child that grows up may need some time to recognize that they are more able to do things independently. Or a family member of someone with a new disability may need time to understand that they need to do some things differently as a result of the disability. Family members often have a large impact on your life with the decisions they make. Think about what makes a good family member. This might be similar to a good friend. Are they supportive of your choices even when they disagree with them? Are they trustworthy? Are they usually kind? How you deal with your family members is your choice. Know that family members do not have the right to harm you in physical, emotional, or financial ways. If you believe someone is hurting you, you have the right to make them stop. You can seek support from someone at your Center for Independent Living or someone else you trust. Long-term partner. Who is a long-term partner or spouse? A long-term partner or spouse might be a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, fiance, partner, or someone you have had a relationship with for a considerable amount of time. You feel very close to a long-term partner or spouse and may live with this person or consider living with this person in the future. They might be who you talk openly with about your disability and share your feelings and emotions. You might share home, finances, long-term goals, children, and household responsibilities. Long-term partners or spouses are people who you might call in the event of an emergency, are very important to you and you might drop everything to help, know your secrets and you want to share your secrets with, make life decisions with you together, know you very well and know almost everything about you. Roommate versus friend. A roommate is not necessarily your friend, although they might be. Establishing your boundaries and following through with them may benefit both people. This checklist might help you think about questions you want to ask and decide on before living together to make sure you will be able to be a good roommate with someone. If you need a copy of that questionnaire, please let us know and we will send it to you. What is a guardian? Some people may have a legal guardian even when they are an adult. A guardian is someone that is responsible for decisions about that person. There are different levels of guardianship. Guardians might have the legal right to sign contracts and make financial, medical, educational, and other decisions. They may need to occasionally show a court they are making good decisions on behalf of the person they are the guardian of. Having guardianship assigned is a serious step. To be assigned or unassigned a guardian requires going to court and can be expensive. Not everyone with a disability needs a guardian, but they can be valuable to some people. There are alternatives to having a guardian that give you more control of your own decisions, including supported decision-making, power of attorney, payee, receiving informal support from family, friends, or other community members. If you want to learn more about alternatives to guardianship, there are many people who can help, including your Center for Independent Living. Romantic relationships. Dating is a way to get to know someone that you do not know well. Dating people is usually in order to find a long-term partner or spouse. Not everyone you date will be a good match for long-term relationships. Communicating and spending time together may help you decide if someone has values and features that would make a good partner for you. What is dating? Dating is when two people spend time together to learn more about each other in order to decide if they want to start a romantic relationship. You may think of dating as going to coffee with someone or eating a meal together, but it can also include spending time at someone's home, getting to know their family, or any other activity where you are getting to know one another better. Someone you are dating might not know or understand your values, goals, disability, or other qualities until they get to know you better. Dating may mean exploring and possibly challenging your own views, goals, and other personal qualities alongside another person. Part of dating is sharing with each other and deciding if your relationship is healthy or beneficial to one another. Who is someone you date? Someone you do not live with, someone you are interested in learning more about and developing a relationship with. You might progressively share more information about your disability with them. You enjoy spending time together and you have fun together. You respect each other and your personal boundaries. You decide whether you touch, kiss, and so on. Someone you date is more like a community member than an intimate partner until you get to know each other. Meeting someone new. Meeting someone new can be exciting but scary. Some tips when meeting someone new. Meet them in person or know what they look like before you meet them. Meet in a public place you are familiar with. Arrange your own transportation if possible. Try not to meet people at your home. Try not to meet people at their home. There are many different ways you can meet people or get to know people through dating. There are many online dating platforms and apps that may connect to other individuals who are also interested in dating. Online dating or using apps may be a way to meet new people or date. Online dating and apps. Online dating or using dating apps may be an option you choose to explore. Keep in mind that people are not always what they seem. Online dating profiles or app dating profiles may include pictures or information that is inaccurate or misrepresents the individual. Some online dating platforms or apps are more popular in different parts of the country, so you may want to talk to your peers or a trusted family member about which platform might be the best fit for you. Online dating safety. Because people can provide false information for online dating and dating apps, it is important to keep safety in mind. Do not give out your phone number, social security number, or other private personal information to individuals on dating platforms. Try to meet in person in a well-known, safe public place whenever possible. Do a gut check. If you do not feel good about meeting someone or chatting, do not meet with them or stop communicating with them. Sorry, guys. Community members. Relationships with people in your community can vary. You may have different relationships with community members than close friends, family, and partners. Some might be complete strangers, while others you might see often but know very little about. You only share information with these people that is related to what you are doing with them. You do not usually share personal space or personal information with these people. You might say hello to these people and be pleasant with them, but otherwise might limit how much you communicate. They usually should not be making decisions for you and may not even be in a position to give you advice. Who is in your community? You may have relationships with a number of different people who are not as close to you as your friends and family, but who are members of community. Member of your community might include pastors or clergy, teachers, coaches, mentors, healthcare providers, caseworkers, drivers, probation or parole officers, bus drivers, postal workers, shop workers, job coaches, vocational rehabilitation counselors, and many others. Social media friends or followers who you do not see regularly may be included in your community. Many people in the community are not designated to be a part of your life. For example, your postal delivery worker delivers mail to whoever happens to be living on your block. You may not share aspects of your disability and other personal information with them unless it was necessary for you to receive an accommodation. For example, you may need to share with a bus driver that you use a mobility device or have trouble standing if you need to use a designated seat, but would not need to give personal details beyond that. Acquaintances versus friends. An acquaintance is someone you know slightly, but who is not your friend. Acquaintances could be people who are friends of people you are close to that you see rarely. Many people who are on social media contacts are more acquaintances than friends. Acquaintances might become your friends in the future if you both want, but you may want to be cautious about sharing too much personal information with them when you first meet. There are many tips if you want to turn an acquaintance into a friend, but realize not everyone you meet will be a good friend, and that is okay. Coworkers or classmates. Coworkers or classmates are people that you spend a lot of time with or see on a regular basis. They might not know or need to know personal details about your life. They might have different values or beliefs from your own. Talking about coworkers or classmates behind their backs could hurt their feelings and make an uncomfortable environment. It is important to treat these relationships with respect and follow healthy relationship rules, even though they might not be close relationships. What is a provider? A provider is a person or organization that provides a specific service. Usually, when you hear the word provider, it means health or medical service, but sometimes it is used for companies that provide advice about money or some other assistance. How do you talk to a provider? You may choose to see a provider because you need specialized help with something. This means you will need to share more personal information, such as about your disability, financial situation, personal details, or something else related to the service provided. Especially for medical and legal issues, your provider may be required to protect your privacy and is only allowed to share details with people you allow them to. You have a choice to not share information with them, but not sharing certain important information might mean they are not able to give you a good advice or provide their service. Choosing a provider. You are free to choose different providers to meet your needs. You may not get along with or trust your provider. You can also have other reasons to not use a certain provider. There may be limits to your choice. For example, there may only be one dentist in your town or only one bank on your bus route. Personal care assistant. What is a personal care assistant? Personal care assistants or attendants, often called PCAs, are also known as caregivers, home health, or personal care aides. They provide services to children and adults. They work in the home and help people with daily activities such as bathing, toileting, feeding, grooming, or medications, and help you make and keep appointments. In general, PCAs assist people in being as independent as possible. PCAs are typically hired by you, someone in your family, or an agency. PCA boundaries. Your PCA should not accept gifts or money from you or your family, borrow money, cars, equipment, or anything else from you or your family, buy your possessions, have a romantic or sexual relationship with or sexually harass you or your immediate family. They also should not loan money to you, sell items to you, verbally, physically, financially, or sexually abuse you or your family. Your PCA should accept gifts or money from you or your family. I don't think this slide is correct. It looks like a duplicate, so I'm going to move on to the next one. Relationships may help you feel more connected to the world around you in a number of different ways. What is one thing you learned about relationships you hope to put to use? If you have any questions, comments, or thoughts, please feel free to reach out and we will get back to you as soon as we can. Thank you, guys.